So Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, is officially one of my all-time favorite Nintendo Switch games, and it is getting its own video, but on this one, I want to talk about the game's predecessor, which I feel is the best criminally underrated Nintendo 3DS game of all time, which actually found new life on mobile devices. Roll the intro. Greetings, fellow adventurers. Fred here, and welcome to the Digital Adventure, the show that explores RPGs in the digital space. The first thing that can be said about Monster Hunter Stories is that it is very niche. The mainstream Monster Hunter games have a, pun intended, monstrous learning curve to them, but while games like Monster Hunter Rise have made quite the splash, Monster Hunter Stories is finally getting the love and attention it deserves after the spotlight was stolen from the original game because it came out at around the same time that the Nintendo Switch was starting to become a thing, and it just got pushed off the side because the Switch was getting all the attention. However, the original Monster Hunter Stories game is available on mobile devices. And I played it again for the first time after selling my original Nintendo 3DS. But now I'm going to tell you about this practically criminally underrated gem of RPGs. So without further preamble, let's dive into it. To begin this story properly, it should be noted the circumstances that led to me falling in love with this game. And that is the announcement of the cancellation of a game I was really excited for, Scalebound. Now, this was everything I wanted in a video game. Action, sword fighting, magic, dragon riding, a smart-ass protagonist. And the cancellation of that game pretty much killed any interest in Xbox games for me. Though that may change with Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda, but that's still a little up in the air. However, during that time of immense saltiness, I even flipped a table after I found out, and a lot more and a lot of looking around, seeing if there was some sort of game that could fill the void. That is how I discovered Monster Hunter Stories. And a year and pretty much after I got the game, I was hooked on it from day one. The story of Monster Hunter Stories is that you are from a village of monster riders who live in harmony with monsters, or monsties, these as the tame versions are called. However, your peaceful life is shattered as you and your friends hatch a baby Rathalos together. Your village and later the world comes under the threat of a force called the Black Blight. And your character and a unique feline or bipedal talking cat, for those unfamiliar with the Monster Hunter universe, go off on a quest to discover what's going on and how can it be stopped. Along the way, you encounter a cast of colorful characters and all sorts of monsters to collect, similar to Pokemon, only instead of catching them in the wild, you creep into the monsters' dens and steal the eggs, which you hatch for yourself. Often you fight other monsters in battle systems similar to that of Pokemon, but with a little more depth to it. The game's mechanics sound creepier than that of Pokemon when you apply real-world logic to it. But at its core, this game is a masterpiece that didn't get anywhere near the love it deserves. However, the reason this game is one that holds a special place in my heart has to be the game's dragonflight mechanics. Games that let you ride dragons are like this are rare, and I think this is the only one that did it this well, and on the 3DS to boot. You don't count, so go the back to hell where you belong. Thank you. Anyway, Monster Hunter Stories knocked the dragon riding mechanics out of the park. For what they had at the time for hardware limitations, and in the process of making it work, and the flight still looks as good on mobile devices as it did on the 3DS. However, this game came out when the 3DS was in the final years of its life, and the Nintendo Switch was all everyone wanted to talk about or play on. So this game sadly got tossed aside, but it has found new life as a port to iOS and Android devices. While it is a bit expensive for a mobile game, there thankfully are no microtransactions. It's the identical, full-blown, single-player RPG that was brought to the 3DS initially, and it is well worth the $20 to download this one mobile game. And if you want to play a good mobile game, it is well worth every coin you throw at purchasing this game. Overall, the biggest reason I'm excited about Monster Hunter Stories is that it gives me an experience that not a lot of games are willing to commit to in the form of being allowed to fly on a dragon. And it makes it stand amongst my favorite games of all time. But with that, we're going to wrap up. Let me know if you're a Monster Hunter fan down below. And if so, which do you like better, or if at all? The traditional Monster Hunter games? Or are you willing to give Stories a try on mobile? Or even give its sequel, Wings of Ruin, a try on the Nintendo Switch or on the PC? And if you're new around here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss another upload. If you want to follow me on social media, support the channel, or contact me directly, you can find all that and more at my Linktree page down below, in the description. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the trail of adventure.